Hello everyone, this is Mr. Katyusha, and today is not any regular battle in Rome 2. Today is a very interesting battle. So, if you have just recently watched Pixelated Apollo's live stream, you might have seen me in it, maybe not, but today I've saved the replay, so I'm going to be showing the video. I'm playing as Sparta, as usual. Pixelated Apollo is here with me, playing as the Swabians, and on the other side, not sure who this player is or the faction because I'm not too sure what this is. And this faction over here is facing off against, I believe, just some of these factions are really interesting, so I might not know what all of them are. I'm pretty sure this is Epirus over here. Over here, I'm not sure I remember who this is, but a lot of Germanic factions in this battle. Me and Epirus are the only Greek factions here. The other four are factions, barbaric Germanic factions. This one over here, though, might be Celtic. So I'm not sure exactly what that is. We'll see at the end of the battle. Over here, rushing my general over near some of Pixelated Apollo's troops over here. Now, it was kind of a challenge in the live stream that he was going to bring all club levies, so this is going to be a really weird battle. Now, I brought a lot less than my allies because I have a lot of expensive heavy spear infantry here, and Pixelated Apollo and the other players brought a lot of levy and troops like that. Some Galatian swords, so some medium to light infantry in the front. Now, he does have heavier troops in the back, but they do not push in until a little bit later. Looks like he has some spears over there. Pushing in right now. This player's already coming up to the walls. I like this map a lot. It's not a big city siege, but it is one of the I don't remember what it's called. But it's not so much a city, it's more just of a town assault. Here I'm holding this small choke point here near this really big tree. Getting some shots off into their troops, but not really doing too much damage. So a lot of birds in this battle. Pushing in now towards the into the walls. I have some Cretan archers, the usual. A lot of hoplites and slingers, and my Cretan archers over there. With these Spartan hoplites and pikemen. 2 units of the pikemen here. Definitely very cool looking. Now it looks like some unit, maybe it was one of the towers, are getting a lot of shots off into these towers here. Now they're starting to take a lot of fire damage, so hopefully we can burn down some towers, but might not. So we'll have to see. So some Galatian troops pushing in here. Starting to take the gate, which is definitely not something I want. These towers are very devastating. We don't need that. Looks like my Cretan archers are firing a fire shot into these the siege tower here, doing a lot of damage. Fire damage. Galatian mercenaries, I believe, or legionaries, pushing in here. Now, at first, I thought this was going to be somewhat of a Roman faction, like kind of the Roman Gaul troops, but it doesn't seem like it. These are quite different legionaries there. Epirus is about to push up, but not quite. And now something we were worried about is, I believe they have elephants. So, yes, they have elephants. Back here, some mercenary Indian war elephants, which are pretty scary. Especially since Pixelated Apollo here has mainly just club levy, not really any spears or pikes to deal with it, so it's going to be quite a challenge. Over here, it looks like these towers are smoking, so about halfway to being destroyed, or totally on fire. Now it's archers. That's a big worry here. Pixelated Apollo did not bring any ranged units to the battle, which is not very good because over here it looks like Epirus has, on the contrary, brought a lot more ranged units here. A lot of archers, Cretan archers, just as I have. Doesn't seem like any slingers though, just those 3 units there. On this side, there's 4 units of, I'm not sure, I think these are just Syrian archers here. Celtic slingers back here. Crazy looking guys with pretty much no armor. Just not good. But the Syrian troops do have a lot more armor here. Looks like they're fighting for both the Romans and the whatever faction that is over there. Some peltasts up here firing down into the unit below. This guy, I thought he had a spear in his back or something. So these Galatian swords here are holding pretty well against the swords troops coming in from the front. So melee battle there, but he is going to start pushing in his much more heavy troops here, sword followers, coming through the gates here. It looks like this faction is faring much better on this side than over here. Now in this battle, I have a lot of good quality units, but I'm missing quantity, and in this battle there wasn't much money, so that's why my other two allies have a lot more troops than I do. So while I do have good units, it's going to be hard to deal with the much more, there's a lot more troops here. But it seems like he does have a lot of troops as well that are pretty elite, so that will also be hard to deal with. So holding a front line here, a lot of shield walls or spear walls, phalanx formations here. But I am early on taking a lot of casualties from the archers, which I don't need. At least they still have the arrow towers, they're doing a lot of damage. Tower here is smoking really badly. Looks like they're climbing up that ladder there, getting into combat pretty soon. Fighting in this little garden here. Push forward now. Camera again being a little crazy. Some of our troops getting into combat there. Now on the other side, two of my units are pushing into the troops coming in, but there's more and more troops, and I do have a chance to get outflanked, which I do not want to happen here. It looks like they're not going to take these towers anytime soon. They came close, but we are taking it back, which is definitely good. But now Galatian legionaries are pushing in, so I'm going to move up this unit of hoplites to form my flanks, make sure they don't come into the flank, but it looks like they might get in there. Tons of arrows flying in here, doing a lot of damage to my hoplites, so having that advantage with the missile troops there is not good for me. I kept my pikes back because I don't want them to get killed off. Now, later in the battle, Pixelated Apollo realizes that he's taking casualties from artillery, but here his units are getting taken out in the back, which is not good. The ballista firing on them here. I formed some of my my Rhodian slingers up in this, I guess, kind of a stone hedge here, but they're taking tons of casualties from these Cretan archers here, and it doesn't seem like they're really firing off any shots. They have their swords out for some reason instead of their slingers. Spartan hoplites here, helping some of this club levy to push back the Samnite warriors here. These might just be levies. I thought they were pikes, but it doesn't seem like it. Illyrian levies looks like they're about to push through the gate now, as it's not owned by anyone, I'm pretty sure. Or they're going to throw fire to it. It's a lot of torches there. Disappearing into the dirt. Pretty magical. Now Epirus has better troops than Swabian troops, but mine can help out a little bit. My general is in the fray here. My favorite unit to Heroes of Sparta here, facing off against some of these Illyrian levies. So pushing pretty light troops, mercenary Italian swordsmen, another pretty quick unit, not very heavy, are getting coming into this flank, but we should be able to hold them off because there's pretty light, relatively light units on that side. Pushing them back here, make sure they don't push through, and especially this gate. This is a weak point. They could flood around and take out our troops, which is something we don't want. Looks like my whole unit got killed off here, which is not good. Losing a unit of ranged troops there. I was going to put them on this hill and fire down into the troops. My Spartan hoplites are now being overwhelmed by the legionaries here. It's going down pretty evenly, losing about some of the troops at the same time. We have broken this unit of Galatian legionaries, or at least about to. But we're taking a lot of casualties from those missiles, which is not good. I was hoping they'd run out of ammo pretty soon, but they keep firing for a while, and they're really starting to pepper down my units, which is something I don't want. Taking a lot of casualties here. Cretan archers, so my troops are starting to run out of ammo, which is something I don't want. Now sending in my pikemen as kind of a last hope. Now, I haven't really checked out this area, but mainly because this player over here just has a lot of archers and not really too much melee. Now, we did a great job in the beginning of holding back this army over here, which is a really good job by this player. Which he's holding back, but he's taking a ton of casualties here from these archers outside of the city. Some Celtic bowmen here. Some axe warriors. Not sure what they're doing. Looks like they're routing, but I don't know. Maybe they're stuck in the guardhouse. That's what that seems like, the guy inside of the door there. Pikemen moving down, about to take on some of these sword followers here. Now, this player does still have a lot of ranged units, but nothing close to this player here. Or at least kind of close, but still doing more damage before the other player could. Now, over here, I'm pulling back my pikemen, taking again a lot more casualties from these archers here. Now I'm going to move them to the center. There's more troops flooding in through these gates, which is something I really don't need, especially in the flank of my pikemen, which right now in this part of the battle I really need them here. Now pretty soon Pixelated Apollo moves some of his club levy over here to support me, because I definitely need it at this point. Now, I probably could have done a much better job, but it was kind of a hard battle. I believe he had slightly more units than me, and his archer support, he had more in this area, as not my entire army was over here. I had about 2 or 3 units over here, especially the general, who's now coming into the area to help, morale-wise, and just help overall. Club Levy here, fighting off some Galatian legionaries, which will be a hard battle, as now, well, they are outnumbered, but these are much heavier troops than the Club Levy here. Another unit coming in from the flank there, but it looks like Galatian legionaries are now going to push up. I'm going to move that unit to stop them. Now at this point, the Syrian archers here, they're running out of ammo, but still the damage is done. And it's not going very well for my army, but we are still doing much better in other areas, especially this one over here. I'm about to win over there. Epirus is making somewhat of a breakthrough, doing quite a lot of damage to Swaby here, but is going to probably get pushed back. Pushing up 2 units of pikemen, we gotta be careful for that. 3 units of Cretan archers, pretty sure they ran out of ammo. And mercenary Indian elephants about to push in, which is a big problem. Now my 2 units of hoplites are guarding parts of the walls, and they would be really helpful against these Indian war elephants if they do charge in. But right now I'm pretty occupied with certain areas of the battle. Now Pixelated Apollo helping me out a lot there, doing a great job with taking out these troops with pretty crappy units, but they do really well in this battle, which is nice. Galatian legionaries, these 2 units still duking it out throughout pretty much the whole battle. Now they're starting to beat me, which is definitely not good. And he has about 2 other units on these walls that could push in through this flank anytime, which is something I don't want. More units coming around. My slingers are getting shots off, but it sounded like it's Napoleon. They are slinging some of their rocks over, taking out some troops, but still, it's not looking very good for my army. Now, Pixelated Apollo does have a lot more troops over here, but they're not over here right now, so we really gotta hold this flank. It's really important that we do that. Over here, looks like they aren't taking a lot of ground, which is not good. But we should be able to hold them off, hopefully. Epirus over here has made some advancements, but it's pretty even over here, especially with the Cav and Indian War Elephants here. Spartan Hoplites taking some casualties early in the battle, but pushing back the, I believe they're Illyrian levies and some mercenary Italian swordsmen over there on the flank. I'm going to push these guys in. Help out some of the club levy over here with these pikes. But these levies here, the levies and pikemen, are doing quite a lot of damage to these, the other club levy here. The pikes are no longer down. Looks like they just got put down, but we've done some damage. We need to find another way out if we can do any damage. Maybe down through the tower, but I'm not sure if we can use that. We might be able to, but right now it's looking pretty hard for us to take out the pikemen. Over here, Illyrian levies coming up to face off against the club levy. Pretty interesting battle here between two pretty much militia units. One with axes and one with clubs. That guy just flew there. That was pretty weird. He's floating in the air now, but that's whatever. Over here, club levy. I believe only about 2 units of them are fighting off about against about 3 units here of their troops. There's another unit of Galatian legionaries coming in, but it looks like the general coming to battle here, leading some of the club levy into battle here, which is pretty cool. We are taking fire from the tower, but at least it's not causing too much damage here. It looks like they're going to retreat back a little bit, but we will catch up to them hopefully. Move my general over here to take on some of the Galatian legionaries with the support of the club levy. I should be able to take them out, hopefully. Spartan pikemen over here moving into the flank of the Galatian legionaries, taking on some of the troops, but the general is over here ready to push in through the siege tower. Could take out my troops in the flank, so I gotta be really careful for that. But right now it seems like the club levy have it pretty well in this battle. Over here, this player is being pushed back. Now, Pixelated Apollo is sending some units to help out, but I feel like he could do okay. I mean, a couple of units is good, but he does have enough units over here to keep them back. So doing a good job over here of really wearing down this army. Now, I'm pretty much just a stalling army. I mean, I did quite some damage, but I really wouldn't have made it through if I didn't have support from my allies. So, that's good. Over here, Spartan pikemen moving to the flank, but as I predicted, Galatian noblemen pushing through the flank here. Looks like they took 2 different towers here, one from the side and one from the back. So now the club levy are pretty much on their own. I mean, I am supporting them and taking out a lot of these troops, but it's not really going to be too useful, as my pikemen are about to get taken out pretty soon. He kept 2 units back to support my general, which is pretty good, taking out this unit. One of his units of club levy are going to push into the flank, but it looks like even more Galatian noblemen are coming up through this ladder here. My pikemen, as I suspected, are breaking here. Now he does have a scorpion here, which is pretty interesting, a Celtic scorpion. But he hasn't really used it too much in this battle. Actually, it's 2 of them. Some Celtic slingers back here, but again, I'm not really too sure if he's going to use them at all. Heavy horse, that's a pretty generic name for a cavalry unit, a heavy melee cavalry unit. Looks like they're moving around the flank here. I'm sending 2 units of my Spartan help to take over, but I'm going to move one up and keep the other back, as right now the Indian war elephants are charging through. I'm about to do a lot of damage to these poor levies here. Looks like they're also taking. Oh, I guess some troops on the elephants are shooting down. I'm not too sure. The elephant's butts pooping on the levy here. Looks like they're going to, but more levy are pushing in. I'm not sure why his elephants. It looks like he's about to retreat there, but he could do a lot of damage to these levies. Here, as he helped me out, I'm gonna help him out a little bit. Now, it looks like we've totally defeated this army over here, which is really, really good. This player doing a great job. Now, I did kind of a worse job, but I believe I had the least amount of troops in the battle, so it was a little hard there, but no excuses. Still wasn't on my A game here. Spartan Hoplites pushing in. About to do some good damage to these mercenary Indian war elephants here. That'd be pretty OP if when the elephant died, they'd kill a lot of the troops around them, because they already do a lot of damage. Oh my god. Okay, it looks like the Cretan archers weren't out of ammo. Waited for the best time and now are pouring a lot of arrows into the troops here. General sniping here. So cheap, but it is a very good tactic if you can do it. So, gotta give kudos to that guy. Now we do realize, I believe the other player over here, who was one of our allies, tells him. But for now, they're taking a lot of damage, which is not good. So we're gonna be careful of that. I'm selling out my Spartan Hoplites, and this was not a misclick. I got a little too excited during the battle, so I went for the Cretan archers. Maybe he wouldn't notice, and they're doing a lot of damage. But also accidentally, when I was watching the live stream, I was using these troops as a stall, as Pixelated Apollo called it, and which was pretty much accidental. But I do give the troops here some time to set up, because right now we're kind of a big jumbled mess over here. Now it looks like some of his troops are pushing up again, so now this player is able to push up more troops, giving them time. Killing some elephants as well, which is pretty good. And oil coming down, taking out some of the troops here. So, overall, I mean, probably wasn't the smartest idea. Probably could have used them in a better way. But, doing some damage here, so as long as I'm contributing to the team, that's fine. Also seems like pikemen were about to move up through this ladder. But they're not very good in close quarters fighting, but they are good if they can stay at a little bit of a distance. Now, they're going to be slaughtered and cut down here, which is pretty unfortunate, but they did help the team out a little bit. Oil pouring down here, killing an elephant. That elephant was weak, but if I was him, I'd probably just fall over too. Looks like their archers are running out of ammo, which is really good. The spikemen are pushing up once again through the gatehouse, but right now it's looking pretty okay over there. It's not looking great, but it's not bad either. We're starting to push these troops back. They've lost momentum and lost troops. Spear Levy, or not Spear Levy, Club Levy over here, pushing back the Galatian legionaries. So, doing kind of surprisingly a really good job in this battle. Now it looks like, really interestingly, the heavy horse have dismounted, and they're charging into the fray here. Now it looks like this unit over here has some spears, some throwing spears, gonna throw those in. Now they're probably killing more of my men than the other troops, but they're still doing damage, and we're about to break their general, which is really good. and bad for their morale, so that'll help out. Now, the Agema Spears over here are being attacked by Galatian legionaries, and the mercenary Syrian archers, not really anything to worry about, but probably going to lose over here, which is not good. This Agema Spears now pushing in, taking out whatever's left of the troops over here. So it's going pretty well. Over here it's pretty quiet, not really anything at all. Looks like his general is, I'm not sure, running back to the victory point here. This lake is really interesting. Was going to say that in the beginning, but I forgot. It's pretty weird. It's just a random lake here, but with a small dock there. But nothing really too strategically important. Hellenic Royal Cavalry, one of my favorite Greek units in all, as the horses look amazing. I thought they were going to go up the ladder for a second. That would look really weird. Just imagine a horse climbing up a ladder. Now they're sending in everything they have through this one gate, so it's all or nothing here. Now even if they do break in, I mean, it wouldn't really matter because we just send more troops to take them out. So it's still going good over there. Again, the Club Levy doing way better than we thought they would. And if you need a new strategy, there's one for you. So if you're playing this baby, just pushing a ton of Club Levy, I'd probably want them defending rather than attacking, because that's a little crazy. Attacking with charging them into a pike unit would just be slaughter for your troops, not the pike so much. Now my Spartan hoplites, the banners are a little bit confusing. Pushing them into the flank of the Galatian legionaries here. Not even reacting, just standing here, still in formation. So, yeah, not really much going on anymore. Kind of the ending of the battle here. Only a few minutes left. That's really glitchy. We'll just go to forward here. So, this was a really good battle. Now, I was in another battle, if you ever want to check that out. It's on Pixelated Apollo's channel. I believe it's like Frozen River Crossing or something like that. It's a NTW3 battle that I fought from a long time ago, but it's pretty cool if you ever want to check that out. But I'm sure you guys already probably know who Pixelated Apollo is, so just check that out if you want to. Now, over here, killing some troops off the final of the Galatian legionaries. So it was a pretty risky battle here. Now it seems like the Epirus troops have pushed through. Pikemen doing a great job there of putting a hole. But they're going to get outflanked pretty soon. It's really hard to hold a position here with only 2 units of pikes. Hellenic Royal Cavalry literally hugging the wall here. Looks like they're going to charge through the gates pretty soon. Not too sure. Now some Bloodsworn, which is much different than the Club Levy. But they're still light. They're a light unit, but whatever. Some archers over there firing in. Hopefully they'll aim for the pikes. It looks like they're not, or they're aiming for one of the units of pikes. But taking out these pikes is going to be really important, and we'll probably end the battle. Now, I fought this battle only a couple days ago, I believe. So it's pretty cool. So still just sitting here, not really much going on, just archer fire taking out a lot of these pikemen here. Sending in my Spartan hoplites. So that is the only unit that survived this battle, and by survived I mean it's still here. Because there's other units that survived, but they probably ran away. Like cowards. Just kidding. I'd probably run away too if I was here. Pike Levy going in for one last glorious charge here. right into the flank of the pikemen. I thought the Swabians just said, remember your training, and I said, you poor souls probably don't even have training. But you never know. Mortar fire flooding in here. Pike Levy are going crazy. Cav flooding in here. The Hellenic Royal Cavalry. Let's show this off here. Pretty cool. Now, some of the slingers seem like they've run out of ammo, or archers, I'm not sure. My hoplites here, getting into the combat. Really cool. So, we should be able to take most of these troops out. Now, it looks like that was their general here charging in. We have not quite killed him yet, I don't believe. But, you might die soon. I'm not sure. So, now my troops went to the flank. It might not have been my troops, but we're charging in there. Not sure what they're doing. Moving around like it's a flash mob. It looks like we're going to take out some of the rest of this cav. Cheering and yelling. Knocking that poor man off his horse there. Now, somehow, I'm not sure because everyone's pretty much dead or have run away. Well, the ballista or the ballista is still here. Just sitting there. Looks like they're going to break soon. This unit of pikemen is still there, which is going to be pretty annoying to have to run out and take them out. But this is pretty much the battle. In the corner you can see there's less than a minute left. There's the map if you want to see it. Not really any point. A little too small. You can pretty much see everything throughout the battle. Bikes can't form a wall in time, but I mean it wouldn't matter anyway. Hellenic Royal Cav still in the battle here, but they're going to be broken pretty soon. So that's the end of the battle there. Let's see the stats. So, you know it's not clickbait. Pixelated Apollo was in this battle. And wow, okay, this Club Levy got a ton of kills. 250, 225, so a ton of kills. So, a really good job by him. My general got the most kills in my army, which is kind of sad, but he was fighting on two fronts almost. So I deployed 1,000 less troops than Pixelated Apollo, and almost 1,000 less than Armored Scarab here. I believe that's how you say it. Now I didn't have the most losses, but that's because well, I lost pretty much my whole army except for about 70 guys. I didn't really get a ton of kills, but a small army is not really expecting much. The armies here, Boii, or I guess just Boii, is the name of the faction he was playing as. Probably wouldn't have guessed that. Galatia, that made sense as most of his troops were Galatian. And Epirus. This one over here is Pergamon, which I've kind of heard of before, but I didn't really know that was a faction in this game. So a really interesting faction here. But anyway, it was a really fun battle. It was really fun to play with Pixelated Apollo. If he's watching, probably not. But anyway, thanks for watching. Leave a like and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.